parenting,
Hoes,
drugs,
bitches,
father figures,
bitch niggas,
mentors,
alcoholics,
people that you need in your goddamn life,
crackheads,
entrepreneur,
new crackheads,
successful business people.
ugly children. Welcome to NTS, which stands for niggas talking shit.
What's up, everybody? Big Hurt 916
Jeff Brown,
NTS.
you already know.
Oh man, Jeff, this one right here, man. I know some people might get upset about it, or what is it, the LGBT community?
Oh yeah.
Might be a little honest about this one, but man, I think it's blatantly not fair. And I'm all for equality, for those who are of the same birth gender, but I don't think it's fair, man, that these men are basically transitioning into women's sports and women's activities and being able to take accolades away from women who were genetically born as women, and it losing out. I mean, Miss Nevada, okay, man, showing that they are transgender, that's fine, but why not have their own pageant? How are you going to compare? It doesn't make sense. How are you going to put a man who's had a transgender in the same boat as women, and then take away from a woman who? It doesn't make sense, man. I mean, in my opinion, maybe you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, as a woman, and you're in a particular pageant, and now you lost to somebody. I mean, I don't know, man. Am I wrong? I mean, am I not seeing the big picture here? I mean, I don't get it, man. And I know women are all for trying to empower themselves, but I don't see how that's empowering them. It's just like the transgender in the powerlifting. Couldn't qualify as a man, couldn't even make the lowest rankings, but then turn around and is now competing against women and breaking all the records.
Right.
How is that fair?
I'm just a mediocre, maybe halfway decent looking man. I'm willing to trade that to be a strong, ugly woman. Okay. And again, I'm going into this. God bless you, Anthony, because you're going to have to cut this. Because I'm going to say a bunch of ignorant shit. One, I don't think it's fair, but I certainly think it's just. Because this is what you asked for. You asked for equality, and you opened this Pandora's box, ladies. This is what you asked for. You should have asked for decency. You asked to be equal. This is what that twisted shit becomes. Now you dealing with somebody with more bone density, more fast twitch fibers, bigger muscles, saying that he's you, and you're okay with it. Well, when you dance with the devil, you dance till the record stops. This is part of it. If you'd have asked for decency, then I could pay you what you're supposed to have and still open your door for you and still be a gentleman, because I'm being decent, not equal. If I treat you equally, ladies, then I have to treat you like I treat these two horrible motherfuckers, and I say horrible shit to them that I would never say in your company, ways that I would never act. But you don't want that. It is you who put chivalry on life support. So now, here we are with this out of balance, inappropriate.
It's crazy, man.
This is fucking stupid. That to even have it as a fight, it's dumb.
Jeff, did you see when they went into the health spa, we spa?
No.
Where the transgender went in there and these women were butt naked, and this particular individual said they identified as a woman, but it was a transgender, and all these women were like, "What are you doing in here?" I mean,
right into Jeff Brown.
And
Jeff Brown said it. Jeff Brown said it. Okay, ladies, women come to the earth, and you know how you can tell that they're women? Because 100 years from now, when somebody dig their bones up, they're not going to be confused, because a woman has a particular skeletal structure. A man has a particular skeletal structure. So no, you're not a woman. You a dude cut his dick off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's what one of the ladies in there said. How would you feel? I mean, this guy, this individual has an opinion that's what, and some guy said, well, she identifies as a woman, but I can identify as a man. Don't mean I walk through the men's locker room and you got young girls. I mean, that's not, to me, it's not right, man.
When I was 5, I identified as a fire truck. Turns out I was wrong. He identifies, dude. I'm so fed up with this bullshit. I am so fucking fed up. If you want to identify as something other than what you were born, then just like you have hijacked the rainbow, just like you have taken over the letters LGBT and Q.
I think so.
Is that right? LGBTQ? The good letters in Scrabble. Try to spell something without LGBT and Q, you're fucked. Just like you've taken those words over, start a transgender Olympics.
Yeah.
I'd watch.
Or pageant.
Or a transgender pageant. I probably wouldn't watch that because I like my women from the tap. I like them the way they came out. This is how you get in trouble with transgenders, how you get shocked that you're in the room with a transgender. It's because you're looking for girls.
Yeah.
Okay, women come with 2 things generally, stretch marks and grandkids. That's 2 things no transgender goes into the doctor's office looking for. I need some stretch marks. I need to look like I got some grandkids. No, they go in trying to look like supermodels, and you get caught because you're trying to fuck girls. You need to be after women. You need to be looking for grandkid pictures, a raggedy Chrysler minivan, the kind of shit that women got. Then you don't have these problems. But when you're looking for somebody to look like Cindy Crawford, well, you might get Michael Crawford, who used to be, that's how you get that.
And like you said, man, as an adult, that's fine. But don't, when you impose it on younger people, you know, whether it's the track. I've seen some in the track competition, blowing a girl, blowing them out.
Blowing them out.
Man, I'm talking like, it's these
6,
girls,
7 seconds ahead.
Dude, these girls are trying hard. And they're getting the trophies?
And have since they were 5.
Come on,
how you supposed to feel as a parent? Since my baby was 5, she has sacrificed going to the park, hanging out with her friends, doing fun shit, because she got to stretch. She got to run. She got to be with a coach. She got to rest. She got to run some more. She got to do all this shit. She got to qualify. She got to not take certain non recreational drugs she can't take. Have you heard that a lot of times athletes can't even take, like if they got a headache or something, they can't take a leave or like words to that effect when they're trying to get themselves ready for competitions. This girl has done this since a little bit after she can walk. And here comes Steve. Could never really make it on the men's track team.
No, couldn't cut it.
Was probably over there dick watching. That's what leads to wanting to cut your dick off. Because I've never been so hell bent on a competition that I said, you know what? If I cut my dick off, I could win. I ain't never been I'm not that dedicated to winning. So he has to have some type of proclivity for this. But does that proclivity give him the license to physically, not genetically, physically alter himself? Almost like his dick got cut off in some horrible meat grinding accident, or he was in an accident in a car and had some glass in his lap and the glass cut his dick off. Something like that. Does that make him less a man? No, it does not. He is still a man. When he was born with an X and a Y. He was born with a stronger jawline.
Higher testosterone.
Higher testosterone. Denser bones. Do you know what higher testosterone, denser bones, and a strong jawline equals from a female athlete? Male hormones that she's been taking that she's not allowed to take as an athlete. Yeah. So she's
competing naturally.
Thank you.
Against somebody who's
who by default is not a natural woman.
No. And that's the way when you break it down like that, it's I don't even really understand how you can argue with that, because it's like you said, you go from being mediocre to now, like even with the MMA crossing over, and you're breaking women's faces, and you're talking about you're a competitive athlete. You're not fight other transgenders.
Dude, no. I tell you what, fight a big lumberjack in a bar. He'll kick your transgender ass smooth out here, because in the first place, you wasn't in this. You didn't become a transgender female athlete because of how great you were doing over there. You became a transgender female athlete because you couldn't cut it with the dudes. So what you are basically is a bully in a fucking outfit.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Please, transgender dudes or whatever you call yourself. I dare you to write me about this shit. How come you ain't doing? How come you're not competing against one another? How come I'm wrong because I can identify you as not quite a female, and now I don't want to fuck with you? No, I'm not wrong. No. You know why I'm not wrong? Pornhub is why I'm not wrong. Because if you search transgender on Pornhub, I'm sure you'll get the phone book. I'm not quite exactly sure, because I've never searched transgender. But if you have, this is I put fat girls in the same category.
Yeah.
I don't have to dig you, because if you search BBW on Pornhub,
you got a category.
You get the fucking phone book.
Yeah.
Which means there's somebody jacking off to you, which means there's somebody who digs you, it's just not me.
Which means that they should have their own category.
Yes.
If you have your own pageant, you should have your own sports. There's enough of you that you should have your own.
Yes.
So
since you're not the fringe.
Yeah. And I'm saying this, and you women out there, you tell me what you think. I mean, do you think it's fair? Somebody that you worked hard, you've been in pageants, and now you have somebody who's coming in and saying they're identify the woman, and they taken away from what your pageant used to consist of. I don't know, man. I'm just another person just observing and making a logic, what I consider to be a logical
conclusion?
Analysis. Yeah.
Well, you and I are yeah. I'll take it that far. I'll take it a little bit further. I don't quote Ronald Reagan often. Ronald Reagan said that gay people don't want more rights because, let's face it, most rights in this country are bought. And most gay people have money. You got to search far and wide to find a broke gay dude. I don't know any. I know a gang of gay people. All of them got bread. So your rights are bought. That's not your problem. The problem is you want everybody to say it's okay. For some people, it's not.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck that what I do when I'm alone, when I'm by myself. I don't give a fuck that you don't like what I do, because it doesn't come up.
No.
We cool as a fan, and we never once have discussed what either of us do behind closed doors, because it has no bearing. Stop trying to make
everybody else accept.
Yes.
Which is like, I can't make some, like people say, I can't make you like me because I'm black.
No.
I can't make you like me because I'm ex-felon. I can't make you like me for whatever the situation may be, but you could be you, but at the same time is recognize that, but don't, trying to superimpose somebody on something else to justify your own existence, you're not really being yourself.
No. And if that is the self you're being, that's a shitty self.
Yeah.
It's fucking shitty. It's just shitty. Dude, pardon the pun, gay dudes watching this. It's kind of shitty. It just is. Okay? Dear gay dudes watching this, is it okay for your sister, who was a track star since she was 6, to get run over by Steve because Steve is Stephanie now? Is it?
I just think they should give the young people the opportunity to be themselves, and if you feel like that and you want to be ostracized, well, you that's something you made that choice. You have to live with that choice, but you can't make everybody else, because this is what you say you are, accept that. And it's no different than I see them with sometimes having, what is it, the reading hour, and they got the people coming in with the crazy over the top, outfits on and are reading to kids, and kids are trying to figure out what's going on.
What the fuck's going on? Yeah.
I don't get that either, man. To me, it just blows me away. But it's on some other level shit, man. I guess I don't know, but I would not want my kid to be that to not know. You talking about being able to identify that he don't know you got a wee, you're a little boy.
I don't. What
you pee in the toilet, you stand up.
There's a joke that shout out to Steve Wilson. Steve Wilson's a comedian friend of mine who told me this joke about someone else told him. He said he was at his grandmother's house for Thanksgiving, and his brother came out as gay, and his grandmama said, "Baby, you gay? Well, why don't you just find some girl and fuck her in the butt?" It's fucking hilarious to me. Anyway, I don't care. I don't care who you do what. It's not my business who you do what with.
Yeah, it's not my business either.
But when your struggles start to make it out into the social construct and make the social construct, how can I say this? Uncomfortable, illogical for what you feel, then you need to back down a little bit and get with those who feel like you feel and make some shit for those who feel like you feel. This is the same reason I stopped watching How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shonda Rhimes. I love Shonda Rhimes writing on Scandal. Mm-hmm. Almost. I got an almost for that. Same almost, or I also have an almost for How to Get Away with Murder. Dude, I was in it. Wow. First off, what's her name? Dark-skinned sister, beautiful. Was in Fences. I can't think of this sister's name right now.
She was an attorney.
The attorney. Just dope. Just so dope in the role. I believed her in the role. I believed her as the instructor. Mm-hmm. I believed the students. I was into the story. Who put the girl in the water tower? Who did the husband really do? I'm in it. Till out of nowhere, for no reason at all, some dude pushes another dude up against the refrigerator and starts Frenching him out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? I need for me, like we have a TVMA, I'd like to have a TVM gay. Just a little warning right before some dude's about to push another one up against a refrigerator and French him for no reason. If there's going to be some gay shit that's not in the plot, let me know so I can go fill up my bowl of weed and come back. Because I'm in it. I don't need to see two dudes screw to follow the storyline. Yeah. So why is it in there? Why is it in there? I can't figure it out. I don't have to figure it out. And I don't give a fuck if I gotta watch Starsky and Hutch reruns, which, by the way, those are some of the slowest car chases. Jesus Christ. Maybe I've watched too much Fast and Furious, but if you go back and watch Starsky and Hutch, it ain't what it was when we was young. It ain't. It really ain't. But I can no longer make the concession for being encroached upon, especially in my own home. I'm not. Yeah. I don't want to see two dudes kiss. I don't give a fuck how much they love each other. Okay, good. All right. I'm telling you that you get married. I don't know why. That's a whole other thing. It's another subject. I could break that down for you. Teach kids. Parent kids. Live where you want. Make the money you want. Be together. If one of you gets sick or dies, the other one should be able to step in and have what you want. Nobody gets to tell you who to love, but I am telling you who you fucking how is none of my business, and I'd like to keep it that way. Unless I decide to go look. And that's what Pornhub's for. Mm-hmm. I don't need someone else's proclivities force-fed to me. That's in sports. That's in society. Bruh, I don't need either of you two bastards' proclivities Look at Anthony. Hey, dude, guess what I did with my girl this week? No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It would almost be like you going to, I would say, to a gay club and telling everybody you need to hook up with a woman.
Right.
You know, these are grown men, and they're like, no, you need to hook up with a woman, because it's like, dude, everybody got to know their boundaries.
Yes.
And that's all it is, knowing your boundaries and what you know, at the same time, what you're subjecting others to, and just respecting everybody's right to be who they want to be. But like I said, if you want to be that, like they got a whole there's enough. Have your own thing.
Bruh.
Have your own thing. That's fine. But don't take away from the women. Don't take away from the kids.
The lion ain't got nothing against the zebra till he ready to eat one.
That's
he
it.
ain't got nothing. The zebras doing what they doing. The hippos do what they do. The monkeys do what they do. And everybody coexists. Don't nobody tell each other they can't go to the watering hole. We can all go to the watering hole, but you can't force feed the lion to act like the monkey. He don't. He do what lions do.
Yeah.
So do what you doing,
Yeah.
but don't force feed it to me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying about. Huh? You can just, okay. You want to race? Transgenders want to race. Race each other.
Yeah, that's
race each other.
That's all I'm saying. It's just like, Jeff. We had a race, and I brought a horse, and you had a goat, and I said, like, my horse is a goat, and you're like, come on, Hurt. Yeah, no, it's a goat, man.
He identifies as a goat.
You know, and so I'm galloping. You're on your little goat. You're like, come on, dude. Well, I told you it identifies as a goat.
Right.
Now,
and it don't matter that this is a racing goat. That this goat you done groomed.
Yeah.
He got the fastest little short legs. That goat is still, this is some bullshit.
no, I'm not saying that horse can identify, but he shouldn't have to race a goat.
A goat? He should race.
A genetic goat.
He should race another goat horse.
Yes.
And we should have some goat horse Olympics.
That's it. That's all. That's all we're saying.
You like watching
all we're saying.
goat horses race? You should be able to go to the goat horse race track and watch goat horses race goat horses.
Exactly.
NTS.
You already know.